What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. You guys, I am so excited for this video because it is part of my story that I've been wanting to share for quite some time. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, side note, I am trying out this new microphone, hence why it's very obvious why my hair is kind of pushed back. So if you guys like it, just let me know. I'm still testing it out. And I did make a TikTok with it, so be sure to go over and check my TikTok out at Inspired by Caitlin, and I will have that linked down below. Okay, guys, so I have been battling my health for the last 2 years with a disease I now know is endometriosis. And if you haven't heard of it, it's still really new and it's still being discovered by a lot of doctors, hence why not a lot of people know about it, let alone know the symptoms of it. So therefore, I'm sharing my story to hopefully help some of you guys with the Endometriosis Awareness Month coming up. So this is my story. So I started experiencing symptoms at age 18. I got my period and I never cramped before that. But my very first one after I turned 18, I started cramping really, really bad. Like, it was probably the worst cramps I've ever experienced. But again, I thought that was normal because all my other friends said that they have the same thing. And I remember being so bloated and just very, very out of it because of the amount of pain I was in. So fast forward a couple of years, my symptoms are still getting worse and worse. And some of the things that I started experiencing was not only the bloating, but a lot of the cramping, but just the constant pain of, when you're ovulating, it's not just a low cramping, but it's like major cramps, kind of like how you were on your period kind of thing. And that was the one key thing that I thought was kind of weird, but again, like, I thought that was normal because all my other friends said that they haven't had experienced that, but for me, it was all the time, like, it was consistently. Okay, so January of 2022, I was 23 years old, and I had gotten my period at the end of January, and again, was in so much pain. And then a week later, I started ovulating, and I thought like ovulation pain was totally normal, but it wasn't, and I now know that it wasn't. But a week had gone by, so I was in pain for 2 weeks, and it hadn't gone away. I was done ovulating, but the pain was still there. It was still very well making its grand presence into my body. So it gone so bad because I was working in early childhood education at the time, and my coworkers, they would see me on the ground crying because the pain it took over my entire body. And so finally they convinced me to go to the hospital. So I, after work that day, it was actually on my Valentine's Day, I went to the hospital and, praying to God that I got some sort of diagnosis or just something. And so they did an ultrasound and they found ovarian cyst. Nothing to be worried about. It would just go away on its own, but still something to monitor. And that's exactly what they did. They did blood tests and everything came back negative. And so that's where I was like, what on earth am I doing wrong? Like, what can I be doing that would help my body kind of heal from whatever is going on in it? And I think when you're in constant pain 24/7, you don't know what to do. You start losing your mind because you're now rearranging your entire life to kind of fit whatever's going on in your body, the pain that you're going through. And for those that experience chronic illness and chronic pain, you can understand where I'm coming from. So, but after 2 weeks, I was taking strong ibuprofen, the only kind that you can get by doctors. I was taking it and still nothing. Like, the pain medication I was on still had no effect on my pain level. Like, it was at a 10 in itself. And the reason why I'm describing the pain is because I want you guys to know, like, the pain that you are in is not normal. Like, your body is actually trying to tell you something. Hence why I'm trying to be more of an advocate for endometriosis. So now that it's been 2 weeks since Valentine's Day, I went back on March 1st of 2022, and that's where I was diagnosed with PCOS. And that's the thing, like with endometriosis, like you get misdiagnosed a lot. And this was my first case. And the only thing I thought that was weird about being diagnosed with PCOS was the fact that the only symptom I was having was the abdominal pain and the ovarian pain, but that was it. I had nothing else besides that. But then again, I thought that was okay because my older sister has PCOS, so I kind of thought like, oh, maybe it's like a genetic thing. But that wasn't the case in my part. So later that month, I ended up being put on birth control, which did help a little bit manage my pain, but that was really the only thing that started helping. Because at that point, like, I wasn't working out and I wasn't eating the right foods I should be until later that summer. So finally, like that summer, I started making changes to my everyday life. I started getting rid of all the toxic foods that were in my pantry, and started putting myself on a strict diet to hopefully get something that would find. I mean, like, I was so desperate to get out of this pain that I was willing to do anything. So I got rid of everything. I started eating gluten-free, dairy-free. I got rid of alcohol. I was really on the strictest diet that I could possibly get on, and even that wasn't helping. So finally, it had been close to a year at this point. Close to a year where this had taken over, and it was November when I finally went back for another scan, and what I thought was one cyst that was causing me all the pain had actually gone away. There was no signs of it. I had no cysts. My ovaries looked perfectly fine from the ultrasound. And this is where I got diagnosed with endometriosis comes in. I got this. It was December 1st of 2022. By this point, I was 24 years old, and I didn't quite know like what was going on. I remember speaking with my OB, and she said that my scans had came back completely clear, and I'm like, so what is causing me so much pain? Like, what is this? And I remember saying to her, like, I'm desperate. I cannot keep living like this. Like, I need to know what's wrong with me, because you know your body, like, you know your body more than anyone else. So you, in this case, like, you have to advocate for your body, really advocate for yourself. Which is a common case with the endometriosis world, because it's so hard to make doctors believe your pain, or they'll tell you like, oh, you have anxiety, or it's this and that, and like there's something wrong. So she then brought up the fact that, have you heard of endometriosis? And I said yes, but I don't really know much about it, as a lot of people don't. And she said, well, you have nearly every single symptom of endometriosis. So I'm 99% sure that's exactly what it is. And all that just started making sense, because I'm like, I am having the ovarian pain, the really painful periods, the painful ovulation. Like, I was having a lot of those same symptoms that endometriosis portrays. And that's when I was like, that makes sense. Like, I knew in my mind, like, that's exactly what it was. The only thing with endometriosis is that the only way to get fully diagnosed is through a surgery called a laparoscopic surgery. So because I haven't had a surgery, I don't know what stage I'm at, but my doctors are fully confident that's exactly what it is. And even though it's been just over a year since my diagnosis, I'm fully confident that endometriosis, that's exactly what my body is fighting right now. And there is no cure, there is no way besides a surgery to get rid of it, with the chance of it still coming back. And that's leading me into what exactly is endometriosis. And it's where the lining of your uterus grows onto other parts of your body, such as like your fallopian tubes, your ovaries, your other main organs. Like, could even be your kidneys and your lungs. It could literally grow throughout your entire body. um, so that's where my story, my story is still continuing. I'm still fighting it, and I'm still on very strong medication to just handle it. But I've learned that my body reacts well when I'm working out and when I'm eating healthier, as well as staying hydrated. So if you're someone like me that's been stuck in that place of, I don't know what is, or I'm in constant pain all the time, and you are having similar symptoms to what I am, then I would highly suggest on start advocating for your body, because again, no one knows your body no one knows your body better than yourself. um, so that's it for this video, and I really hope you guys got something out of it. Again, I'm going to be posting more content like this where I'm sharing my journey, sharing my health journey, as well as my healing journey, because there's a lot of stuff that I've been through that you guys don't know about. I'm excited to start sharing with you guys. So without further ado, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and share this video with someone that you think may have similar symptoms, because I'd love to just hear your stories and really start connecting with you guys. So, okay, see you guys later.